A very important election that's coming up will determine whether or not we hold the Senate.
President Trump remains the single biggest influencer in a race like this, even with these 4 Senate campaigns and the tens of millions, if not several $100 million of advertising and voter outreach that will take place. The shape of the Biden administration, who controls Capitol Hill, what Biden's legislative agenda would look like, truly is at stake in these 2 races. The wild card is that President Trump has yet to concede defeat to Biden. And Georgia is at the center of that claim from the president, too. He has pushed for weeks baseless claims of widespread voter fraud, and it has sort of frozen other Republicans.
This is the backbone of democracy, and all of you who have not said a damn word are complicit in this.
And that election is on January 5th, but bear in mind, early voting and absentee voting is such a major part of the Georgia electorate, particularly in this COVID year. And absentee requests are already going out, ballots are going out, early voting starts December 14th. So everything's sort of coming to a head. And the big question with Trump on the way now is, how much does he help or does he hurt by making this visit more about him, more about these claims that simply are not going to overturn the election results? Or does he use his considerable popularity with the base to channel that energy in a way that helped David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler? So that's part of the strange dynamic for Republicans. Is the crux of their Senate argument here is, hey, you've got to have us controlling the Senate or Democrats control both ends of Pennsylvania Avenue. So that's a major strain of the argument. Where that ties to Trump is whether he comes in and acknowledges that, even tacitly, and tries to tell his base and connect that with him, with his accomplishments, and puts it in Trump terms, which would be, hey, you're not just blocking Joe Biden, you're protecting my legacy. But bear in mind, this was a presidential race in Georgia that came down to a margin of 12,500 votes between Biden and Trump. So this runoff will also turn on the margins, or at least that's the expectation across the board.